Bueno, lista para nuestro retorno triunfal a la aldeita. Vamos a contarles todo lo que pasó acá. Nuestro combate épico contra la gárgola y sus estúpidos minions zombies que ahora están acá. Cambiaron los enemigos de la zona. ¿Qué pasó con la fauna local? Los mataron a todos. Ay, por favor. Dame la espalda. Uy. Esto es bloqueado. Mierda. Oh. Ah, bueno. Creo que no me hizo nada de eso. Así me envenenó igual. Qué mal. Aún hay más. Los escucho respirando. ¿Sí? La espalda. ¿Hay otro más ahí? No. Mataste a una mujer. Eso es nuevo. Llegaron. No nos dan tiempo ni a festejar. A ver, ¿puedes guardar el arma, idiota? Ah, todavía queda uno. Estaba tratando de salvarlos a todos.
Do you know where the captain is? He headed for the center of the village. Sounded like it wasn't going well over there. You should go and help him.
¿Por qué desenvainas? ¿Que viste algo? Un soldadito de la compañía de las espadas libres ha muerto. Sí, Espectro, no lo puedes creer, pero ahora soy mucho más fuerte que en el nivel del tutorial. No tenés chances. Puedo envenenar fantasmas. En otros juegos el veneno creo que sirve como curativo para los zombies. Si llegan a ver esto los creadores del Divinity, les va a agarrar urticaria. ¿Qué mierda? Hay una misión secundaria de este lado que no completé. ¿Dónde? El soldado Pumpkin está peleando. No. Purime. Corre. Barricada oeste segura. ¿Tengo que hablar con vos? No. No, vamos por el otro lado. A ver si Mason necesita nuestra ayuda. Probablemente no. Creo que estos estúpidos espectros no paran de aparecer. No importa cuántos matemos. ¿Quién va? Cuidado atrás. Te hicieron levantarte del barril. Desgraciados. Todo bien acá, Mason. Con esto. ¿Quieres hablar? No parece. ¿Y Mirana? No está en casa. Bueno, seguro que está bien. Llegó el líder. El señor de hielo cornudo. Y va a enfrentarse a Elrond. O es muy parecido.
It's more likely to be the puppet master. He looks like a dead walker general. He's probably leading the assault on Valvador.
All of this power he animates with, it belongs to me. It was stolen and twisted by your miserable magicians. It is time to take back what is mine by right.
If you're planning to
¿Y cómo hago para arrebatarle tus poderes?
Sounds good to me. Prince Arundel won't last long facing that kind of monster.
El extracto de veneno sirvió.
I can take care of myself, and here's my plan. I'm gonna come at him with everything I've got. Killing their general is gonna screw up our enemies big time. Let's go do it.
Hagámoslo. Uy, me congeló. ¿Quién lo diría? Un señor de hielo tiene poderes de hielo. Ok, ¿sabes qué? Poner una puta mina, Uy, mierda. No pusiste otra mina. No se acercó lo suficiente. Tiene un timing medio raro esos movimientos que tiene. Sí, ya me parecía raro que no le saqué ni la mitad de la salud y ya aparece escenita que lo voy a matar. Lo dudo. No hablo tu idioma de cornudo, pero podría aprenderlo. De la muerte y de los cuernos no se salva nadie. Bien hecho el run. Mierda. Prueba. Prueba más. Uy, joder. Acércate un poco más. No le hace nada igual. Y eso que desbloqueé la mejora como para hacer más daño con esto. El escudito de mierda. ¿Qué fue eso? Mierda. Me tomé 2. Suficiente de vos. Lo tengo, es mío. Quedas tú en lo que... Ahora sí. Devolveme los poderes. Ya está muerto, déjalo. Eso ya es aprovecharse. Te despertaste, Elrond.
Tough death's head, but it won't command anyone now. Without their general, the Dead Walkers should leave us alone for a while. But they'll reorganize, so we can't stay here.
You're right, mercenary. Let's use the time to leave. It's now or never.
Replegarnos a dónde.
My father and the armies of the free nations should be there. If we hurry, we may be able to participate in the mother of all battles and finally push back the Ice Lords.
If thou dost throw thyself into this battle, the only thing that thou wouldst find is thy death, and the only chance thou hast for saving this world will disappear with thee. Their armies will not win. He knows this, but that is not what motivates him. He is seeking his father's approval. He wants to buy the crown by delivering us to his king. He believes we are at his command. But he is mistaken. I only serve and live for the World Heart. Thy elven city is closer. I can feel it. Forget these suicidal battles.
Pero las batallas suicidas son divertidas.
With them, thy so-called friends will end up turning against thee out of fear or envy.
El capitán nunca me abandonaría.
The captain trusts me. He listens to me and knows what decisions to make. He'll back me up.
The good little soldier who would give his life for his captain. Dost thou truly believe it is reciprocal?
Por supuesto.
Thy captain sees money and the survival of his precious company first. He has no vital need for thee, and that would always be one share less.
Patrañas.
Thou hast no more choice. Thou must hasten to the World Heart and purify it. It is thine only chance.
Que me viste pinta de clérigo.
Do combat there, and if thou art not slain, at least one of thy companions, if not all of them, will betray thee to try to control or study the power I bring thee.
Vulcan? Vulcan? You were far away.
Sí, estamos debatiendo sobre qué hacer con mi
He
futuro.
was talking to you, wasn't he?
Yes, it happens sometimes.
You have to
Cada
make
vez
a
más
decision
seguido.
soon. Will you join us in the battle at Caralthas?
I don't know yet.
I understand. It's been a long day. I'll let you think it over for a while. Let me know when you've made a decision.
Esto me lo quedo. Rambal, ¿qué
Prince
opinás?
Arundel is asking us to join up with his forces in Caralthas to fight the Dead Walker army. What do you think?
For years now, the Knight has fought in many battles and with many different armies. The generals, the kings, and the chiefs of those armies were usually ready to sacrifice the lives of their men with no remorse in order to win. If the mercenary goes to Caralthas, this prince will use him for his own purposes and sacrifice him if needs be. He cares for nothing beyond his own safety. And if he is faced with the Ice Lords, he would turn and flee, as did his brothers before him.
¿Ya lo conoces de antes?
Knight is weary of these doubts and petty thoughts. He wishes to return to the attack and strike the Ice Lords at their very hearts. If he was
Los números no nos acompañan.
He would listen to the demon and follow its plan. And he would like to know that he would not stand alone in this final battle.
¿Y qué opina el capitán?
We'll be able to break camp soon. Where's our next objective?
For now, we're going to stick with the Red Scribes. They haven't paid us yet, and they won't until we reach Caralthas. In any case, that's where we're headed. I sent Wolf on ahead of us a few weeks ago to see if he could find fresh volunteers for us, but I don't think there's much hope of that. This war is looking worse and worse for us. In 10 years fighting, the Deadwalkers haven't lost a single battle. I suppose we could hide for a while.
Están invictos
But
en
considering
el arte de la guerra.
that would be like hiding in a pile of ashes. We have to come up with some alternatives. And for now, I can only think of one. The demon. For the moment,
Todos tienen muchas
only
expectativas del demonio.
Thy captain is
Se olvidan de que es un demonio.
Methinks I should perhaps have chosen him.
Lo hubieras pensado mejor, ¿sí? No podemos fiarnos del demonio.
That's not a good idea, Captain. As long as we still don't know what he is, and more importantly, what he wants, I wouldn't trust him.
well, up until now, he's been useful. I think if he'd wanted to harm us, he would have already done it, huh? But it's you that has
No
to
usé
listen.
sus poderes de fuego ni una vez.
Guess it's up to you.
Ni siquiera sé cómo se ven. A ver, tengo que seguir preguntándole a todos. ¿Qué opinas vos, vaquita? O buey, no sé qué carajo sos. ¿Qué opinan de esto? ¿Qué debería hacer? Civil.
Arundel wants me to go with him to Karlthas. What do you think?
You should go with him. Karlthas is our only hope for now, and the prince seems like a good man. We would be safer there. Both the human and elven armies are gathered there, and I believe you may find some answers there also. The elven sages are some of the wisest people on Vertial. If anyone can figure out what has happened to you, they can.
Genial.
It's pretty obvious what happened to me. A demon has somehow gotten into my head, and now I gotta live with it.
And this does not worry you?
Sí, me está empezando a dar medio.
Yeah, it's starting to scare me.
I can imagine. These new powers come at a price, and I fear that you, Vulcan, your very self, may be the price that has to be paid. You must go to Karlthas so they can examine you. I believe you must find a way to control this thing, or even rid yourself of it before it's too late.
Tengo que conseguir un casco nuevo también, este es ridículo. Liestas.
What do you intend to do now? We can't stay here.
I have to talk things over with the other members of my order. But we planned on going to Karlthas, and I think that is still the best idea. Everything that is left of the human and elf armies is there. If we join forces, we should be strong enough to hold out against the Deadwalkers. The contract with your company only ends once there anyway, and I doubt your captain wants to break it.
¿Y cuánto nos van a pagar?
It might be an excellent opportunity to learn more about your guest. The elven sages are famous, and their library holds many reference books.
No hay tiempo para leer libros.
Until we should learn more, that you neither listen to it nor obey it. I think it's lying to you, manipulating you, and that it has other goals than just our survival.
Relmar.
Do you think we should listen to Prince Arundel and go with him to Karlthas?
The great elven army and what is left of the human army in this part of Vertial are now gathering at Karlthas. Separately, none of these troops stood a chance. But united... well, in any case, it's the only hope we have left.
¿Usaste alguna vez tu arco?
Reinforcements from the Freeborn Blades and Red Scribes will
¿O
help.
solamente lo tenés para amenazar?
So will you, from what I've seen. And even if I don't approve of all the strategic choices made by my sovereign these last few years, I think he'll rise to the occasion now that he can no longer retreat. He knows the lands around Karlthas perfectly, so I'm sure he will bring the battle onto terrain that will favor us. And since you're curious to know more about what happened to you, my people's scholars are famous. They can surely help you.
You've got it all figured out.
I believe we can manage to hold the Deadwalker army back this time, though it's a bit early to start celebrating.
¿Con qué unidades?
Do you think we ought to follow the prince to Karlthas?
If you want to get to the World Heart, we'll need to go by there. But the prince's company seems both unnecessary and dangerous.
No lo digas en voz alta, está acá nomás.
I know his type all too well. Invested with a mission, he is soon overwhelmed by, probably named by some obscure prophecy.
De veras.
In the name of his family, or because of an
Ahora estás hablando mal de su familia.
future duties as sovereign.
Se lo va a tomar muy
He will give his
personal.
all. In other words, all his imbecility.
Lo veo ahí frunciendo el
Chasing
entrecejo.
after glory and honor, unprepared and unprotected, he will only lead us to disaster.
Seeing the shit we're in, I don't think he's doing it just for the glory. He's got an interest in having everybody survive.
And in making it look like everyone has survived entirely due to his talents, and not those of a mercenary who can produce flames and defeat a general.
Nunca he producido llamas, desde que empezamos, excepto en escenitas.
Just because he enjoys your company. Not to mention the increasing threat implied by our friends dressed all in red.
What do you suggest we do?
When we get to Karlthas, we better give them the slip and head to Blackfrost's domain.
Negra Escarcha. ¿Quién es?
Because those lands are positioned quite close to the city of the elves, and like all the lands of the Ice Lords, it's a point of entry into the World Heart.
¿Y cómo sabes eso? Ok. He tomado una decisión.
There you are, at last. So, have you made your decision?
No sé. Combatiré con vosotros en Karlthas.
I will fight with you at Karlthas. Your army may be our only chance of victory.
Idiot! Thou hast sentenced thyself to death.
Silencio. Vamos ahí. No tenemos caballos en este reino tampoco. Tenemos que ir caminando. ¿Y ahora qué hacemos?
Now we will go with the others to Carolthas to swell our ranks, combine our forces, and face the Deadwalker.
No te están gustando nada mis decisiones, ¿no? Estoy tomando el camino Paragon.
Because thou hast slain a vassal far from his master, do not presume too much upon this body.
Ah, ¿y vos qué hiciste?
Now draw close to the domain of one of these necromancers. Faced with his power, 1,000 soldiers more or less will make no difference. The power to slay this vermin lies within us. But it cannot be used from such a weak vessel, nor can it even be protected from those who covet it. I am more and more powerful.
¿Que estamos dentro de mi cabeza?
Yes, it's still not powerful enough. And this
En mis sueños.
The necromancer will make
Mis grises sueños.
of his hand. While he tarries, thou must make haste to reach his palace.
You said that I lack the power. I will not throw myself into the wolf's jaws.
When thou returnest to the world heart, none will stand before us. Thou wouldst already possess the power to destroy this sorcerer and his like, if thou hadst but allowed the evolution of this useless body. Look upon thyself. Thou art duped.
Entonces no haría falta hacer grinding si acepto tus condiciones.
You coming, Vulcan? Your captain will be wondering where we are.
Huh?
Se adelantó el capitán.
Yes, of course. Let's go.
Así que esto es Caraldas.
There you are, sire.
Es un basurero congelado.
Change of plan. Seeing how cold it is, it will come as no surprise to you to learn that the Deadwalkers have already been here. They're still close.
Prefieren el frío.
Father's army as swiftly as we may.
I think we already found them. Take a look around us.
There are survivors. Apparently they are camped not far from here. This soldier will lead us to them.
Prince Arundel, my lord, can it be you?
Viene sin armas este.
Soldier, what happened here? Is the king with you?
The Deadwalkers took us by surprise.
Ah, sí, las tiene ahí de adorno.
The ice. We stood no chance. Almost all of the city has been invaded by the ice.
My father, where is the king?
I know not, Your Highness. But a few of us were able to escape. Lord Commander Valen has built a camp close by the city.
Valen is here. Take us to his camp.
By your leave. Follow me, my lord.
Vamos. Y se acomodaron. Todos se pusieron tienditas.
My prince, we had lost all hope of seeing you return safe. We have no word from Bastion.
Bastion is lost, Valen. We came into this war too late. The General of the Alliance gave his life that I should escape with Relmar.
The deserter. What business did he have at Bastion?
The deserter was fighting, while you and your wondrous army waited, warm and safe, sat upon their asses. I hope the result is pleasing to you, Valen.
Silence, both of you.
No se peleen entre ustedes, peleen contra los muertos.
For now you will consider him pardoned.
By your will, my lord. And I see that you are escorted by the freeborn blades.
In truth, they are escorting the Red Scribes, but their presence is our good fortune. They have already once put the dead walkers to rout in the marshes. This man slew one of their generals before my very eyes. I will tell you more of this later. Now I must speak with my father. Where is
Todos hicimos nuestra parte.
No one knows, my prince.
Vos lo distraías y yo le metía minas explosivas.
Fell upon the city.
The river? What happened?
'Twas like a great wave that froze all that it touched. We had seen the approach of the Deadwalkers' vanguard 4 days before, and we had raised Carolthas's defenses in preparation. Not even the sight of 10 juggernauts would have feared us, But we never dreamt that an Ice Lord would come to lead the assault himself.
Ah, no son tan
He walked
fuertes.
calmly to within an arrow's flight of the gates, never once speaking. And then the river rose up from its bed to form a gigantic cloud that hung up over Cael'das.
Ah, pueden hacer eso también.
We understood our peril too late.
Pueden controlar
Nearly all
los
our
ríos.
soldiers stood atop the ramparts or in the streets when the
Pero el
ice
cornudo no
cloud
hizo eso.
all were frozen where they stood. That was his signal to launch their assault.
O sea, congelaba cuando te acercabas, pero no más que eso.
To cover our retreat.
We must find the king.
I know, my prince, but every entry to the city is guarded, and we cannot risk being discovered.
It is clear we will not travel 200 paces if we do not first slay the sentinels close to the encampment. Only then will we be able to attempt to enter the city and save your father.
I'll go find your king for you.
Vulcan, did you hear me ask for volunteers? Our mission is over. The Red Scribes have screwed up from start to end. But they're in the hands of the Elven army now.
¿Y dónde mierda vamos a ir nosotros?
Since we're here, we may as well make ourselves
¿Queda algún lugar seguro en este continente?
those walls if we want to know what happened to Wolf and the other blades we left here.
Ah, Vulcan. You have no idea what you're getting yourself
¿Cuál es la alternativa?
That is why I shall go with him. I grew up in this city. We shall help one another.
My prince, you know well it is my duty to object to you taking such a risk.
And you also know that your objections will change nothing. No man here knows the palace better than I. If my father is within, I will find him.
By your word, sire. But I fear most what other things you may find. I can but put my trust in your newfound champion to watch over your highness.
Don't forget, you'll have to deal with those sentinels before you try anything else, Vulcan. Meanwhile, the lads will set up camp near the south gate.
Nos vemos ahí. Nivel 17. Capítulo 3. Casco de merodeo, ¿eh? A ver. Sí, es mejor. Y niveles de merodeo. Ok, puedo aumentar algo acá. A ver. ¿Qué mierda puedo subir? No hay nada interesante. Me sigo guardando los puntos. ¿Alguien quiere hablar? ¿Alguien está de ánimos?
Just in time, Vulcan. I'm afraid I need your help again.
¿Qué pasó?
What happened to you now?
To me, nothing. It's about my people. Have you ever heard of the Stone of Souls?
No.
No. Worth a lot?
No. I mean, yes. It's priceless, but it's not for sale.
Todo tiene un precio.
I'm not sure I follow you.
I'll explain. Every elf possesses a Stone of Souls, which contains the memories and emotions from all the greatest moments of his life. These stones are passed from generation to generation. It's a way of preserving the memories of our people.
Guardan recuerdos en piedras.
With all of
¿Cómo
those who died
funciona
in
eso?
Cael'das, there are thousands of stones abandoned in the city. We cannot just leave them there. You are no doubt the one who will be traveling to our city the most. If you could bring back as many of them as possible, I'd be eternally grateful. Actually, all of my people will be in your debt. At least the ones who still live.
Y creo que no son muchos. Vale, me ocuparé de ello.
All right, I'll take care of it. But don't expect to see me dancing around with a wheelbarrow full of rocks.
That would in fact be an amusing sight. But I do get your meaning. Whenever you can, check the bodies of elves you come across and collect the stones. Even if we manage to save only a very few, we will at least preserve some of the memories of my people.
I'll see what I can do.
Ya veremos.
I'll leave you here.
¿Vos tenés algo que decir?
Mercenary, I owe you my life. I'll never forget that.
Así que somos compañeros ahora, ¿eh? ¿Cómo habéis salido del coma en el pueblo?
How did you get out of your coma in the village?
I don't know. All I know is that I opened my eyes and heard the sound of fighting. I just had the time to grab my weapon and get out into the village square. It looked like the general of the Deadwalkers was waiting for me. Sometimes the sense of duty is more powerful than the pain of wounds.
Te arriesgaste mucho,
We made finally worked.
Relmar told me about that. Maybe you
Tenías que hacer más reposo.
not just once. Who knows? In any case, I owe you a lot. I won't forget it.
¿Y conoces bien a Relmar?
Do you know Relmar well?
I knew him well, a long time ago, when we were young. He and I were milk brothers. We grew up
Hermanos de
in my
leche.
father's palace. But life goes on, and by the time we were adults, we were forced apart. Relmar defied my father's authority and openly rebelled against his people. He betrayed us.
He had a good reason for it.
A good reason? What reason? Dragging us into a war with the Ice Lords without preparation?
Ahora que lo decís así, debería haber obedecido a su rey.
It's true that entering this war without preparation would have been madness. At least you're still here, unlike a lot of people. He should have listened to his
Te estoy diciendo lo que querés escuchar.
That's what I believe. We would have been massacred like the others if we'd fought from the beginning of the conflict.
Espero que no haya escuchado nada.
Relmar betrayed his people.
Me va a pagar menos por las piedras de ánima.
His best friend. He weakened us by trying to divide us. And understand that I'm not saying this lightly.
¿Y por qué los elfos se unieron a la guerra tan tarde?
Why did the elves enter the war so late?
That decision cost us dearly. It isn't easy to watch the other peoples of Vertiel suffer and fall one after the other. But our king felt that we needed to gain time. We had information about the Deadwalkers that led us to be careful. Long before the war officially began, they were already crushing all of their opponents far to the north.
Los enanos.
And you said nothing? You could have warned the other kingdoms.
We told them to avoid the fight, to flee and regroup. They didn't listen to us. So we preferred to stay neutral and not provoke the Ice Lords. They must have known they couldn't defeat us without losing a large part of their strength. So they saved the greatest prize for the last. We thought that our best trained troops could hold them. We underestimated them, and neglected to take into account the fact that each army they defeated made them stronger.
Pequeño detalle, ¿no? ¿Sos de Caraldas?
Are you from Carolthas?
Yes, I was born there. I spent most of my life there. Carolthas is one of the most ancient of our cities. I mean, it was. We knock things down so seldom that the city is built in layers. But I've unfortunately never visited the underground levels, and I'm unfamiliar with the passageways there. I suppose that's why you asked the question.
La verdad que no. Solamente quiero hacer conversación. Vos, Evil.
Damn, it's freezing here. Aren't you cold?
I've spent many winters in libraries with no heating. After that, you hardly notice the cold.
Es atérmica.
Do you know if the library in the city is still intact?
No.
No idea.
Primera vez que estoy acá.
In particular?
Not a book, many books. The elves have the most advanced culture in the world. Their libraries contain works of inestimable value. We should find them. They could be useful.
Probablemente lo quemaron los no muertos.
I have other things
O lo congelaron.
I have to accompany the prince, remember? But I will try to go with you so you can find your books later. Promise.
Considerar una cita. A ver, vos tenés algo para hacer.
Vulcan, I hope you've got good news.
¿Noticias de qué? Acerca de nuestras opciones para entrar en Caraldas.
I still haven't found your passageway beneath the city.
It's there, somewhere, and we have to find it. It's our only chance.
Acerca de la barricada de los muertos errantes en el camino a Caraldas.
Do the Deadwalkers still hold the main road?
Still, and it's a problem. We won't be able to secure the perimeter for long with the undead nearby. And we won't be able to take Carolthas with that road in enemy hands.
Me encargaré de la barricada.
I'll take care of those walking corpses before your men ever need to worry about them.
Thank you. That should give my men enough time to finish our mission.
Ok.
I'll be going now.
Eso será todo. A ver si alguien más quiere decirme algo. Silvan, ¿vos vendés cosas?
Greetings, mercenary. What can I do for you?
A ver, ¿alguien más tiene misiones para darme? Acepto misiones de cualquier tipo. Castianar, no, este es vendedor. ¿Dónde mierda salimos antes? A ver. Baldwin. ¿Este qué es? ¿Qué sos vos?
I have nothing to say to you, mercenary. You want to follow these gutless elves? That's your choice, not ours. Now leave us.
Ok, no quiero hablar. De acá salimos. ¿No hay más? ¿Dónde mierda está el capitán? Vos.
Huh. If I knew how messed up everything was gonna be. You know what a pain in the ass it was hauling my cart here?
I bet. But we're lucky you followed us. We could do with a good smith.
Yeah, well, seeing what's left of the village, it's not like I had a choice. And with you around, business is better than ever. I'm not going anywhere anytime
Y
soon.
Mason.
I'm leaving.
No lo veo por ningún lado.
I wish I could go out on a recon, but the captain says I have to stay here.
Qué mal. Capitán.
What is it, Vulcan?
Nada.
I have to go.
Supongo que tengo que seguir haciendo cosas. Y vas a tener líneas de diálogo. Búfalo.
Hey, Buffalo. I see nobody's managed to kill you yet.
Not before I've seen you blown up by one of your toys.
Tengo preguntas. ¿Y cómo le va a la compañía?
How's the company doing?
If you were to spend less time hanging around with your new friends, you'd know. It's not wine and roses. Already there weren't many of us, and now it looks like our only hope of success in this goddamn war is lying over there, colder than my granny's tomb. We can't last too long in this situation. The captain has to decide to make a move.
Bueno, hace poco quería irse, ¿no?
Will find us before we have the chance to desert.
A quién sabe dónde. ¿Has tenido tiempo de hablarlo con los soldados humanos?
Have you had time to talk to the human soldiers?
Yes, but they didn't say much. I don't think they trust us, or the Red Scribes, or anyone for that matter. They were just as stupid as we were. They thought they were going to join up with a great army to be safe. As you can imagine, they're a little disappointed.
Do you think they'll stay?
I don't think they're in any mood to fight. Once they've seen to their wounded, they'll be out of here the first chance they get.
¿Y qué crees que habrá pasado aquí?
What do you think happened here?
That we are no more than fucking insects to those bastard ice lords. Just one of them was able to wipe out this city with magic. We
Magia sobrepotenciada.
Rules. We have to find another way. Maybe your little flame problem could be a solution.
Insisten con eso, todos.
Tell you what. If you save our asses, I'll buy a round of drinks every day for the rest of my life.
I knew I needed some kind of motivation. I'm going.
A ver, voy a hablar con Rumble. Me olvidaba de vos.
The Knight knows this region well. He came here once before while he was protecting a delegation from the Alliance on the way to visit.
Viniste una sola vez y te la conoces también la zona
He
como.
would like to reconnoiter the area. He thinks he can find things that would be of great use to his friend.
Bueno, pero que no te vayan a matar, ¿eh?
If you think you can find something useful, go ahead. But remember, the position of the camp must stay secret, and try to come back in one piece.
Aunque no te utilizo mucho de compañero, pero bueno. Bueno, prioridad, misiones secundarias. Y después lo que venga. Pociones de salud, ¿eh? Que vengo solo. ¿No me estaba siguiendo el elfo? Bueno. Probablemente no iba a ser de mucha ayuda. ¿Quién anda ahí? ¿Y ese? ¿Qué arma tenés? Ay, mierda. Muy duro. ¿Dónde está el otro imbécil? O sea, no pretendo que mate a nadie, pero que por lo menos lo distraiga. Ok. Cuando quieras, muñeco. Bien, agarra todo. Gracias por la ayuda, Elrond. No sé qué hubiera hecho sin vos. Ahora, aparentemente por acá está la misión principal. Pero quiero ir ahí. Ugh. ¿Qué carajo haces, idiota? Avanza con decisión. Un idiota con escudito. Eso es todo. Hasta que viniste. De la flecha. A ver. Aprovechemos ahora. Mierda. Llegaste tarde. Sí, vigila bien. Carajo pasa. Corre. Una de esas piedritas mágicas. Faltan muchas más. Ahora aparentemente por acá hay una misión secundaria. Busquemos eso también, ya que estamos. Mierda, son duros. Considerablemente más duros que los zombies del pantano. A ver, por atrás. Patrulla responsable del bloqueo, ¿eh? ¿Qué bloqueo? Ok, tenemos todo aparentemente. No, falta una cosa más ahí. Vamos a ver qué es. Ahí estaba el tipo ese que apareció recién. No queremos ir ahí. Busquemos todas las piedritas de alma. Carajo. Bájate. Dos caminos, ¿eh? ¿Por dónde quieres ir primero? Mejor vamos por este lado. Creo que vi un cuerpo de esos brillando. ¿O era mi imaginación? No, no era mi imaginación. ¿Qué problema? ¿Y qué propones? Acá no hay nada. Mierda. Que tenemos que volver al pueblito y decirles a los otros. ¿Y ahora qué hacemos? Por el bien de hacer backtracking. Oh. Mierda. No, ese no. Mierda. Joder, la puta madre. No, ese no. Este. Excelente. Mira, ¿dónde carajo tengo que ir? Vos conoces este lugar mejor. Creciste acá, no, guíame un poco. Zombie de mierda. Primero el de la espadita mágica y después el otro idiota. Deja de prestarme atención a mí. Bien. ¿Y? Por acá no es. ¡Oh! Yo me encargo de los arqueros. Muere, canalla. Hay muchos. Son demasiados. Me quiere congelar con su aliento congelante. No lo permitas. Bien, corre. Me enveneno igual. Cúrate. No es visualmente muy interesante este lugar, la verdad, en comparación con el pantano. Pero bueno, es lo que hay. Sonora, ¿qué es eso? ¿Es mejor que lo que estoy usando? Sí. Mejoralo con lo que sea esto, agarre imperial. ¿Qué hay acá? Pero no puedo interactuar con esta puerta. Qué estupidez. Otro zombie con doble escudito. ¿No se les ocurre atacarlo en las piernas? Uy. Dame tiempo. Mierda.
We'll be watching this sector. Thank you for your help.
Encárgate de todo. Hay dos cuerpitos acá. ¿Dónde mierda estaban? Mierda, no tenemos las suficientes piedras para dársela al otro. No nos podemos sacar de encima esa misión secundaria. Que bien. Qué bien. ¿Con quién mierda tengo que hablar ahora? Hay que pedir consejo. ¿Dónde mierda estás? ¿A quién me dio esa misión? ¿Fuiste vos?
The Deadwalker's sentinels are no longer a problem, for now.
It's a start, but the main door is still out of reach. But now we're free to approach the city and look for another way in.
Busquen.
Until the guard changes, or until they realize they haven't heard from them for a while and stronger patrols come down on us like a ton of bricks.
The die is cast. We have to go fast and be ready to fight to get our city back. If there is a way in, you can bet the Deadwalkers have secured it. Those abominations are everywhere.
Not necessarily. They're pretty careless when they don't have a general behind them telling them what to do. Victory will have softened them up a bit. As long as nobody raises the alarm, we should be able to count on that.
Let's hope so. And while we're on this subject, there's something else you can do for us.
¿Qué?
Ask away.
The Deadwalkers still control the main road. One of the towers you took is near one of their barricades. When the undead notice they've lost contact with their sentinels, that tower will be the first on their list of places to visit, and it won't hold out for long. The soldiers I posted there will do their duty to the end, but if we could eliminate the barricade to gain as much time
Pero no hice eso ya.
it would be a lot better for us.
Save your spit. The barricade's no longer a problem. It was in my way, too.
Really? Excellent. Now we can keep watch everywhere on the steps.
Ya fue tu estúpida misión. Acerca de nuestras opciones de entrar.
Find a way into the city.
If they had, I'd be fighting in the main square as we speak. I'm still certain there's a way in. It's probably right in front of our eyes.
Yo vi una puerta ahí con la que no podía interactuar por algún motivo. Capaz tenía que hablar con vos un poco más y ahora sí va a estar disponible.
But there just has to be an underground passage or a hidden entrance.
A passageway beneath the city, huh? Almost sounds too good to be true. I'll see if I can find one. I'll be going now.
A ver. Busquemos esa entrada secreta. ¿A dónde mierda estaba la salida? Por acá no es. ¿Debería comprar, vender cosas? Nah. Después. Hay prisa. A ver. Sí, ahí me marca como que tengo que ir ahí. ¿Qué carajo haces? ¿Viste algo raro por acá? ¿Alguna entrada secreta? No. A ver. No. Sigue sin poder abrirse. Y entonces... capaz hay algo por acá que no vi. Busquemos con... ¡ay, Dios! No, ¿sabes qué? Los vamos a ignorar. No me cansé de pelear con ustedes. Si van a respawnear tan rápido, váyanse a la mierda. A ver, creo que por este lado no fui. Vamos a ver acá. Se están peleando entre ustedes. Uy. Guerra territorial zombie. Hay que aprovechar ahora. Tiene una coronita.
Now I've seen everything. The Deadwalkers kicking each other's asses.
I beg your pardon?
What? This one talks. What the hell are you, a lich?
Un lich.
Zombie scribe?
We've only known one another a few seconds, and already you insult me.
Discúlpeme.
Charming, I must say.
If you aren't one of them, then what are you?
I am an immortal
Un no muerto con modales.
And you?
So you're an Ice Lord. I thought you'd be taller or something.
I have absolutely no involvement with that bunch of cheapskate conjurers. and I would never humiliate myself by working.
Que entonces los cornudos esos no. El cornudo ese no era un señor de hielo.
Rotting flesh, sticking out bones. You sure as hell look like a damn dead walker to me.
Tut tut. Did no one ever tell you not to judge a book by its cover?
En apariencia son así, zombies comunes.
But use your wits. Would I be fighting my own troops if what you suggest were the truth?
All I can be sure of is that you're not really alive, and that makes you my enemy. And what's more, you're in my way.
Así es. ¿No quieres pelear? Buenos movimientos. La pelea ya se terminó. O tal vez no. Te voy a mostrar el poder de mis dagas. No te metas, Elrond. Es una pelea honorable uno contra uno. Uy, mierda. Uy. ¡Ay, ese ataque de mierda!
Enough! I yield. This rotting body will not survive more punishment.
Astuto. Sí, hace reverencia. Entonces, ¿qué? ¿Te querés unir a mi grupo?
In all my 6,000 years, I have never witnessed such power. You seem to be as unique a being as I am. What is the source of your power? What are you?
Tengo un demonio adentro.
There's a demon inside me. A creature of flame that claims to come from the world heart.
¿Escuchaste algo de eso?
Even if the term
En todos tus años.
precision. Nonetheless, I must confess that in spite of my vast knowledge, I have no idea what this entity really is. At last, something interesting. I was almost dying of boredom. I suspect that exploring what's inside you will probably be quite exciting. No, don't speak. I'm coming with you. I can't wait to find out more about your case.
Está bien, pero no vayas al campamento.
I have something to do in the city. Wait for me back at the camp.
Yo creo que es mala idea.
What we think you and I are later on.
Lo van a atacar directamente.
Actually, it's quite surprising the dead walkers haven't noticed it yet. However, I suspect my unannounced arrival might pose a slight problem for your brothers.
Sí, decirles el santo y seña.
Yeah, I guess with your face, they might not welcome you with open arms. Just tell them I sent you, and try to behave.
Pero le van a creer.
Very well. Do you know your way into the city? There's a hidden entrance not far from here. I'll show you where it is on your map.
Sí, justo lo que estaba buscando. Excelente.